First boys semifinal of the day on KNEV TV. Let's meet the starters on the visitor side of the floor. It's the Mitchell Tigers facing off against the Kimball Longhorns. Kimball getting a bye is the 1 seed. Kimball's last game was a 71-66 win against St. Pat's back on January the 30th. Runner-ups in the SPVA this year to Bridgeport, who would face off in the next game against Hemmingford for the chance to take on each other in this conference tournament. Meanwhile, Mitchell had to first beat number 4 ranked Bayard 76-34 on the road. They handled business. And here's the starters for the Mitchell Tigers. Clayton Schultz leads the way. Then it's Creed Cheney, Clayton Thomas, Xavier Galloway, with Wayman Banks rounding out the starting 5 for the Mitchell Tigers. Mitchell on the season 9-9, but a dangerous team for sure. If they can get clicking all together on all cylinders at the right time. This game also a district matchup, is a matchup where they haven't seen each other yet this year. See what can happen here today. Meanwhile, on the Kimball side of the floor, the number 1 seed in the tournament, 14-3 on the season, down in Class C2. Again, like I said, haven't played since the 30th of January. Here's the starters for the Kimball Longhorns. It's Lincoln Barron leading the way, then Daniel Cajero, Braxton Miller, Riker Barron, and Cayman Lucy, your starting 5 for the number 1 seed, Kimball Longhorns. Rocking the home white uniforms as the top seed in the tournament. Meanwhile, the Mitchell Tigers rocking the orange uniforms new this year, mostly orange with the black on the lower part of the shorts to round things out. Again, it's Kimball and Mitchell battling for a chance to take on the winner of Bridgeport Hemmingford to follow. Again, Mitchell took care of business against Bayard in Bayard last night, 76-34 to be in the championship bracket. Starters have been announced. Now it's time to play basketball at Cougar Palace for a 5th time today. Mitchell will work from right to left, Kimball from left to right. We are about set to be underway. Happy to have you along for our 5th game of the day on KNEV TV, wherever you're listening or watching. In the circle, Xavier Galloway, Braxton Miller will face off to open this contest. Tip-off is controlled by Kimball after it was won in the circle by Xavier Galloway. Braxton Miller, left side Cajero. Cajero squeezes a lefty 3, knocks it down to open the contest, does Daniel Cajero. So Cajero opens up scoring. Schultz elevates to plucks one out of the sky. Now a turnover for Kimball. They get it from Mitchell. Cajero poked out of his hands for a second. Now Barron to Lincoln Barron. Now to Braxton Miller. Inside Riker Barron on the right block. Up and easy. Riker Barron. 5 points for Kimball to open the contest in the first 30 seconds. Xavier Galloway now near side flips it back to Clayton Schultz. Schultz rocking the black headband today. Like the look. Right wing Clayton Schultz, he surveys. Creed Cheney cuts. Now it's in the hands of Creed Cheney. Bounce pass, Xavier Galloway. Wayman Banks digging in on the inside. Galloway cross-court pass to Schultz. He squeezes off a 3, can't knock it down. Rebounded by Banks as he elevates on the left block. Into the hands of Schultz. Schultz right block, can't get it to fall. Riker Barron elevates for that rebound. Braxton Miller now. Got Galloway jumping. Miller has his pocket picked. Now it's back in the hands of Lucy for Kimball. Left side, Riker Barron. Catch and release 3 on the way. Knocks it down from the corner. Riker Barron, 5 points in the first minute and a half. Galloway. Schultz. Schultz fakes on a 3. Banks fed down low. Banks blocked away by Lincoln Barron. It'll go out of play, and it'll stay with Mitchell underneath the hoop. So Clayton Schultz will trigger it in for Mitchell. Schultz surveys, gets it to Galloway. Galloway now. Works it down the middle. Galloway at the hoop, he's fouled. He'll come to the line for 2. So Xavier Galloway the first to the line today. First foul on either side goes to Braxton Miller. So Xavier Galloway to the line for the first time today. 29% free throw shooter on the season. For the tall guy. Knocks it down. That breaks the egg open for Mitchell as they get their first points out of the right hand of Xavier Galloway. Galloway's next, now on the way out of his right hand. Scuffs off the front of the iron, rebounded by Braxton Miller for Kimball. Miller trying to go coast to coast, looking for a kick out. Lucy, left side, Barron. Lincoln Barron heaves a three, knocks it down from straight away. 3 threes in the first quarter for the Kimball Longhorns. Xavier Galloway now right side, step through move, can't convert. Banks rebound, Banks right block, kick out. Thomas, make it Cheney, his three on the way, can't knock it down. Banks another elevating rebound. Schultz from the left wing, can't convert either. Riker Barron on a hop, has it on the rebound. Barron gets away from Schultz. Riker pumps the break at the left wing. Hand off to Lucy. Cayman Lucy, now Lincoln Barron, another three on the way for Lincoln, off the mark, rebounded by Creed Cheney. Schultz, back to Schultz, Galloway. Cheney, underneath, Galloway can't convert, Banks has a rebound. Three on the way, off the front of the tin. Out of the hands of Clayton Thomas. Schultz tracks down the rebound. Banks now digging in, right side. Lincoln Barron underneath him. Up and through for Raymond Banks, his first two. Cajero now at the controls. Bounce pass back to Braxton Miller. Brings it to straight away. Step back for Braxton Miller. Can't convert. Rebound hauled down, and that's going to be a foul going against Lincoln Barron, it looks like. That is the case. Lincoln Barron picks up the first foul for the Kimball Longhorns. Make sure that's the case. That is the case. So a swap on the floor as well. Uriel Jimenez in for Mitchell alongside Michael Placencio and Norman Coley. Excuse me, that foul goes against Riker Barron, not Lincoln Barron. Getting my brothers mixed up. Placencio, bounce pass, Coley, right block, kick out, Schultz, three on the way for Clayton. Can't knock it down, and rebounded by Braxton Miller on the left block. Braxton over his body to Riker Barron. Crossover for Riker. Right side pass, it's low for Lincoln Barron, back to Riker. Riker against Placencio. Spin move, loses it, flips it to Miller. Short corner two, can't roll it in, and Galloway comes down with the rebound. Schultz pushes tempo up the floor. Jimenez has it, back to Schultz. Schultz back to Galloway. Near side, Placencio. Placencio driving baseline from the left side, kicks it across the lane into the hands. Xavier Galloway from point blank range lays it in. 3 points, Xavier Galloway in this opening frame. Braxton Miller saunters down the floor now for Kimball. Lucy. Now Cajero. Cajero flings a three, can't knock it down, rebounded by Galloway, who could have got it flat-footed on the right block. Placencio across midcourt. Placencio pumps the brakes as he picks up his dribble. Jimenez now. Jimenez lobs to Coley on the left block. Coley from the left side, can't convert. Cajero rips down the rebound. Now Miller. Back to Lincoln Barron. Looking for cutters, picks up his dribble, left side Riker. Lobs inside Braxton Miller. Braxton trying to dig in, kick out Cajero. His quick release three on the way, knocks it down. Daniel Cajero, his second three in the first. Jimenez now to Galloway on a bounce pass. Dishes to Coley, kick out Schultz, three on the way. Rolls off the iron. Galloway rips down the rebound. Can't get the putback. Another chance for Galloway. Misses both as Lucy comes down with the rebound for Kimball. Lucy cross midcourt. Gets past Coley. Left side. Miller catch and release righty. Three won't go. Rebounding is Galloway, who elevates on the left side of the lane. Jimenez across the floor. Schultz. Schultz. Jimenez. Galloway. Galloway, right side. He runs into all kinds of traffic, can't convert. Braxton Miller rips down the rebound. Braxton Miller lobs down low. Lincoln Barron, one dribble. Blocked away by Clayton Schultz. Batted back into play. It's going to the Mitchell side of the floor off of Riker Barron. Into the contest, Greg Bingham, Trevor Foose, and Braden Foose for Kimball. On for Mitchell is Christopher Klein, James Billingsley, near side, Placencio flings it down the floor to Jimenez. It's a turnover. So Kimball gets it back now. (14-5) your score in this one. Kimball back to offense after the Mitchell turnover. Right side. Barron, Riker Barron drives baseline. Greg Bingham trying to dig in against Wayman Banks down low. Foose drives. Foose loses it. It's loose. Foose back on top of it, ripped away by Banks. Still loose. Jimenez comes away. Jimenez tries to dribble. Tight defense from Greg Bingham. Finally gets it to Placencia. Placencia directs traffic. Billingsley has it. Crossover move against Barron. Down the middle. Billingsley lays it in from the right side. Took a trip around the rim before it finally fell in. James Billingsley's first two. 14-7 your score. Braxton Miller at the controls. Kimball. Left side. Foose almost lost it. Miller has it. Bingham now. Trevor Foose. Riker Barron. Riker working against Klein. Poked away by Placencia. Michael Placencio trying to go coast to coast, and he can't convert at the bucket. Placencio's putback also won't fall. Riker Barron pulls it down, and it goes out of play. Last touch by Klein of Mitchell. So it'll stay with Kimball. Braxton Miller, left side pass to Foose. Three on the way for Foose. Knocks it down. That's Braden Foose with his first points of the contest. Placencio in the backcourt. Pressure in his face. Picks up his dribble. Billingsley near side. Trap coming. Gets it up to Klein. Klein takes a dribble. Bounce pass. Wayman Banks comes crashing down but can't convert. Gets his own rebound, and now he's fouled on the putback. Banks frustrated as he heads to the line. That foul looks like it's going to go against Trevor Foose. It will. So Foose picks up his first, and Wayman Banks to the line for the first time today. Wayman 55% from the stripe. Fires his first. Trickles in. Cheney and Thomas in for Mitchell for Placencio and Jimenez. As Banks back at the line. Wayman deep breath, flings the second, knocks it down. Riker Barron at the controls now for Kimball. 8-point advantage for the Longhorns. Right side, Braxton Miller gets by Klein. Braxton down the middle of the lane, flings one over the top of Banks, can't get it to go. Bingham's put back, will though. Underhanded hook from underneath the basket with the left hand for Greg Bingham. And now a turnover for Mitchell as Kimball will get it back. So Riker Barron will trigger it in. Braxton Miller in the backcourt. Miller saunters, screen from Barron. Uses it, kicks it to Foose in the corner. Bingham now almost loses it. Klein on top of it, and a jump ball will go to Mitchell. So James Billingsley now to Cheney, now back to Billingsley. Working speedily, midcourt jumper won't go to end the first quarter. We head to the second, Kimball leading it by 10 at the end of the first quarter in this WTC boys semifinal on KNB TV.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
Are you tired of being tired? Sweet Dream Sleep in Gering is ready to help you wake up feeling refreshed. Dr. Brittany Meyer provides consultation for both children and adults to identify sleep disorders such as sleep apnea, insomnia, periodic limb movement, and more. Dr. Meyer and her nurse practitioner manage treatment with follow-ups using in-person office visits and telemedicine to navigate insurance requirements. No referral is necessary. Sweet Dreams Sleep Services. Better sleep, better.
Back with you for the second quarter. Kimball leading it by 10. Riker Barrett will trigger it in on the near side as Kimball begins with the ball. In the second quarter of action, Braxton Miller also in the backcourt alongside Lincoln Barron, Greg Bingham, and Daniel Cajero for the Kimball Longhorns. Galloway, Cheney, Banks, Schultz, and Thomas for Mitchell defensively. Miller to Riker Barron, back to Miller. Braxton Miller over the top of Galloway, right side of the lane, pops off a jumper, falls off the left side. Galloway tracks down a rebound on a hop. Cheney feeds Schultz. Schultz near side, handoff Cheney. Cheney crossover move, drives toward the baseline on the left side. Kicks it back to the top. Schultz now Galloway. Into the corner. Cheney has it poked away by Cajero. Cajero trying to push the tempo down the far side of the floor. Near side, Riker Barron. Everybody collapses on him, and he goes up and converts. And now Xavier Galloway on the floor for Mitchell. Galloway up to his feet. He walks away no worse for wear. Norman Coley into the contest. Will take his place still. Xavier gets a quick breather as Clayton Thomas will now trigger it in to Clayton Schultz. Thomas, now Banks. Banks to Schultz. Schultz near side. Free throw line. Thomas into the corner. Cheney to Schultz. Schultz, Banks, working it all around the horn. Coley, kick out. Now Thomas. Right side, Cheney. Now Banks. Banks, baseline. Almost got tied up for a jump ball. Banks takes the dribble. Schultz, straightaway three. Can't knock it down. Still looking for his first mate. Coley gets the rebound, and Coley didn't go straight back up with it, and his coaches are frustrated. Near side, Cheney up and under move, and he'll come to the line for two. So Creed Cheney to the line, 60% on the season. Now belongs to Braxton Miller, his second. So Cheney's first of the day. Fires with the right hand. Spit back right where it came from. Cayman Lucy into the contest for Braxton Miller. As Cheney back to the line after missing his first. Out of his right hand, misses the second as well. Rebound by Banks, he can't get it to go on the putback. Now Cayman Lucy at the controls. Lucy, right side. Barron, Lincoln drives middle, loses it. Coley scoops it up, pumps the brakes, flips it back to a ball handler. Cheney drives inside, runs into Bingham. Banks rips down the rebound. Back in Cheney's hand. Straight away, Schultz. Catch and release. Quick three. Schultz finds his first. Clayton Schultz, first points of the evening. 21-12. 9-point advantage, Kimball. Down low, Bingham. Bingham digging in against Banks. Splits two defenders. Kick back out, Barron. Lincoln Barron's floater on the way. Rattles the cylinder and falls through. Now near side, Cheney. Cheney driving inside. Now flings it up. Coley can't convert. Ripped down by Lucy, and now a foul going against Wayman Banks. I know it's going to be a jump ball that stays with Mitchell. So Placencio now into the contest, takes the place of Coley. Thomas also out. Galloway comes back in. Clayton Schultz on the box look, gets it into Banks. Now Placencio, Schultz in the corner, head fake, now dribbles and drives. Galloway left side, can't convert. Banks, put back can. Wayman Banks doing a heck of a job on the board so far, as Lucy now has it in the front court for Kimball. Lucy drives, picks it up, kick out. Riker Barron, Riker drives, middle of the lane, flips to Bingham. Bingham's right hand off the left side is through. 25-14, back to an 11-point lead for Kimball. Schultz brings it back. Placencio. Schultz back to Placencio. Taking their time with this possession, waiting for things to develop. Schultz back across the floor. Back to Placencio. Placencio surveys, ball extended over his head. Galloway. Christopher Klein waiting to check back in. Galloway flips out to Schultz. Schultz three on the way, off the inside of the iron and spit back out. Galloway got the rebound, and now a foul going against, looks like Cajero may be the guilty party. That is the case for Kimball. Daniel Cajero picks up his first. So Cajero picks it up. Wayman Banks exits. Klein in. And Foose into the contest. It's Braden Foose. Takes Greg Bingham's place. Schultz to trigger it in from the baseline. He surveys, gets it to Placencio. Placencio against Cajero. False step, now up and under. Move for Michael Placencio. How pretty was that for Mike? 25-16, 9-point advantage, Kimball. Riker Barron now, ball extended over his head. Things a little slow offensively for Kimball here early in the second quarter. Now Riker Barron gets Cheney jumping, can't convert, ripped down by Galloway. Now pushing up the floor, Cheney in the backcourt, up and easy from the right side as they get behind the defense. Creed Cheney's first field goal and a timeout on the floor for Kimball. 30-second timeout, we step aside with.
Stressful. How can anybody concentrate with these busy schedules? Now you can. This is Ben Moravec coming to you from Hydrozen, a float therapy business right here in Scottsbluff. I'm here today to let you know we now have memberships for $49 monthly. You can guarantee yourself at least one float per month. You know how floating keeps your muscles relaxed, your joints relieved, and your brain clear to think? Now you can float at a reduced rate each month. Inquire today at hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT. Hydrozen. Unplug and read.
Back with you after the Kimball timeout. First of the contest on either side. On the floor for Mitchell out of the timeout. Placencio, Schultz, Klein, Cheney, and Galloway for Kimball. It's Lucy, Barron, Foose, and Cajero. Riker Barron dribbles right. Kicks out. Braden Foose to the top. Cajero gets it back to Foose after it was poked away. Now digging in is Lincoln Barron. Lincoln Barron gets it stripped out of his hands, ball loose, and they're going to say Mitchell stepped on the line while touching the ball. So Lincoln Barron now will trigger it in. Barron gets it to Cajero. Cajero back to the top, Lucy, false step, now goes right. Picks up his dribble. Now Lincoln Barron, Riker Barron, now Foose, Braden Foose, step back, now Cajero. Cajero has it stripped away by Clayton Schultz. Placencio now at the controls for Mitchell. Placencio up and can't convert at the hoop. Lucy rips down the rebound, 3 defenders all over him, and this ball intercepted by Xavier Galloway at midcourt. Galloway feeds to the far side of the floor. Schultz, 3 on the way, can't knock it down. Ripped down by Galloway. Galloway has his face poked. Got poked right in the eye, so now he's making sure he's okay. Placencio can't convert at the hoop, and now Schultz has it in his hands. So Galloway blinking, trying to make sure his eye's okay. Looks like he's just trying to blink it away. He'll be okay, hopefully. And now he cuts to the hoop from point blank range. He swirls it and drops it. Right eye, make that the left eye in some pain, however, but Galloway adds 2 to his total. And now he gets to come to the line for a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play. Into the contest, it's Trevor Foose alongside Braxton Miller for Cajero and Braden Foose. Now it's James Billingsley, Uriel Jimenez, Clayton Thomas. Wayman Banks awaits as a fresh 4 into the game. So Galloway now, after getting checked with the officials on his eye, will come to the line. This game cut all the way down to a 5-point game in the blink of an eye. Galloway now fires, and that misses off the mark. Braxton Miller comes down with the rebound. Miller left side, Riker Barron. Riker straight away, Lucy. Lucy takes 1 dribble, left elbow jumper, knocks it down to Kamen Lucy. Now Billingsley. Billingsley almost lost it. Now he has to hurry it up, and a timeout by head coach Chris Klein. And it'll be a full timeout. We step aside, Kimball and Mitchell. Close game, 27-20.
Work. Your friends at Tri-City Stormwater wants to remind you of the proper way to dispose of fallen leaves. Leaves make great mulch for trees and bushes and compost for future gardens. The city also has yard waste bins, so they can dispose of all your leaves at the city compost facility. Always keep your leaves out of the gutters. Not only do they cause clogging and flooding, they can pollute our waterways by causing nutrient overload. So keep your yard looking good and your drinking water safe, because it's our water, our responsibility.
Back with you at Cougar Palace, 27-20. Winner of this game takes on the winner of Bridgeport, Hemmingford to follow. Happy to have you along on KDB TV. On the floor for Mitchell, it's Jimenez, Thomas, Billingsley, Banks, and Klein. For Kimball, it's Lucy, Barron, Foose, Barron, and Miller. Billingsley at the controls, now far side Thomas, back to Billingsley. Billingsley across midcourt, flings it to Jimenez. Jimenez feeds Klein. Klein from the left side, no soft touch on it, misses at point blank range with nobody near him. Barron now, after the rebound at the controls. Lucy steps into a straightaway three. Keeman Lucy can't knock it down off to the right. Banks flat-footed rebound over everybody on that, pulled out. Jimenez, couple of dribbles, drives to the hoop, point blank, jumper falls through. Uriel Jimenez gets his first two for Tukey. 27-22, your score, 2 minutes to play. Now Foose up and under, gets it to fall from straight away. Trevor Foose's first two of the contest. 29-22, Thomas at the controls, picks it up, now near side Jimenez. Uriel Jimenez across the floor, James Billingsley snags with one hand. Billingsley to the baseline, brings it back up to the top to Jimenez. Jimenez flips it back, Billingsley. Billingsley goes between the legs with it. Now hands off to Thomas. Thomas bounce past Banks on the left elbow. Banks trying to find an outlet. Instead, he'll try to go through people. Banks at the hoop, gets it to go. Kimball crowd wanted an offensive foul, didn't get it. It's a 7-point contest, make it a 5-point contest. Trevor Foose drives, middle of the lane, flings it, and no shot. Foul on the floor. And that ball is going to stay with Kimball. Looked like Creed Cheney maybe called. That is the case. Creed Cheney called for the foul. Actually, check that. Still waiting for that foul to be put on the scoreboard. That's Uriel Jimenez. So Kimball keeps it. Trevor Foose now left block, looking for an outlet. Gets it to Riker Barron. Riker Barron into a three. He goes, misses off the mark. Schultz over his shoulder has a rebound. Clayton Schultz at the controls. At the attack line is where he'll set up. Left side, Galloway. Galloway feeds a cutting Banks, snags one out of the sky with one hand. Banks feeding away on the right block, drops it in. 3-point contest inside of a minute to play in the half. Braxton Miller, left side, Lincoln Barron, got Banks jumping. His jumper in and out of the iron. Braxton Miller and Galloway tied up. It stays with Kimball on the jump ball. 40 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So now Lincoln Barron to Braxton Miller to Trevor Foose, left side Riker Barron. Trevor Foose, left side Kamen Lucy, head fake on a three, free throw line, kicks it out. Driving, Lincoln Barron, blocked away by Clayton Thomas. Clayton Thomas picks up his 7th block of the season. So Lincoln Barron now at the controls from the baseline. Picks up the dribble, gets it to Lucy. Lucy drives, thought about kicking it out, instead he'll pinball between two defenders and come to the line for two. 29-26 your score, as Lucy now at the line. Michael Placencio picks up his first foul. Lucy at the line, 61% free throw shooter on the season. Lucy fires the first, knocks it down. Cajero back in, takes the place of Trevor Foose. So Lucy back to the line for Kimball. Fires the first, swirls it and drops it. Goes Kamen Lucy. 2 for 2 at the line to begin his day there. Clayton Schultz, 21 seconds remaining. Now Placencio. Placencio splits defenders, gets through, kicks out, kicks low. Ball kicked away. And now a timeout. The head coach, Chris Klein, on the Mitchell side of the floor. Just a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Games coming your way after this. Bridgeport Hemmingford boys set to battle for your second spot in that championship game tomorrow, whether they take on Kimball or Mitchell. Been a good affair so far in this one. a game I kind of had circled on the day, ready and expecting the biggest things out of this one, hoping this would be a pretty evenly matched game against two teams that, when they're clicking, are fun to watch. On the floor for Kimball out of the timeout, Cajero, Lincoln and Riker Barron, Keeman Lucy and Braxton Miller. Meanwhile for Mitchell, it's Banks, Placencio, Thomas, Galloway, and Schultz out of the timeout. 13.5 seconds remaining in the first half of action. Schultz to Thomas, catch and release three for Clayton. Thomas buries it from the right wing. Just how you draw it up out of the timeout for Clayton Thomas. Now Kimball with a chance to answer. Three on the way for Lincoln Barron. He can't answer back. Thomas pulls down another. 1 second left, flings it at midcourt. It'll come up short, but we head to the half. 2-point game in favor of Kimball, 31-29. We will step aside when we come back. Get you the numbers from the first half of action. Should be a great second half. 31-29 your score. We're back after this.
Tired of feeling stuck? Not sure if you are on the right track? Platte Valley Bank can help keep your finances moving forward with checking account options to fit your lifestyle and an online account chooser to make finding the right account easy. Control your financial future with helpful budgeting tools and automatic savings plans. Now is the time to enjoy the ride with Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
You deserve to have a building that will last for generations. With more than 110 years of experience and thousands of satisfied customers, Morton Buildings is the industry leader you can trust. If you're planning for a garage, farm shop, horse barn, storage building for your RV, boat, or collectibles, there's no better time to buy. Contact your local Morton sales office or visit mortonbuildings.com to get started today.
I would definitely recommend Allo's business services to other companies. Allo's next-gen firewalls have allowed us to tie 6 physical locations together along with numerous remote employees to produce and collaborate and generate content for our local radio group. It is very important for Nebraska Rural Radio Association to have the best in internet and phone service. We rely upon that every single day. Allo provided me with a solution that fit our needs. They have a quality product, great technical support, and a local presence in their community.
I imagined retirement in a place where we could enjoy our golden years, where adventure and friendship are the only items on the schedule. The Garden Homes at Northfield gives us the luxury we planned for and peace of mind when it comes to convenience, safety, and comfort. We never have to stop and think about the day-to-day upkeep. We love to explore abroad, but most importantly in our backyard. So much to do, so much to see. Here at Northfield, we get the protection of life care, incredible tax benefits, and secured rates for aging services. It's peaceful, knowing that if our needs change, we'll be taken care of. And most importantly, that our kids will never have to make any tough decisions. There never seemed to be enough time to do all the things we wanted. Now we get to focus our energy on enjoying what this community has to offer. At the Garden Homes, life is ours again. A place we had dreamed about. A chance to focus on us.
This isn't just a beautiful hospital. It's the home to exceptional patient care. This is where specialty clinics meet your needs. This is where a friendly smile, a warm hand, and an empathetic ear exist to care for you. This is us. Fox Butte General Hospital. Great things are happening here.
Looking for for free instead of fees? Platte Valley Bank can help you keep your finances moving forward with no ATM fees. Whether you're headed to the lake, the mountains, or just to the grocery store, you can enjoy the freedom of free ATM access anywhere, anytime. Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
Welcome to Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. Whether you're a wine enthusiast, a whiskey sommelier, a tequila connoisseur, or you just love your beer, Kelly's has the best selection of what you're looking for. Family owned and operated since 1946 and right on 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Come see us today at Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. And remember to be a good neighbor. Don't drink and drive. Kelly's Liquor, West 27th Street in Scottsbluff.
When it comes to your health, you deserve the very best. At Morrill County Community Hospital, they provide top-notch care with compassion and expertise. From routine checkups to advanced surgeries, their dedicated team is here for you 24/7. With state-of-the-art technology and a patient-first approach, they ensure you and your loved ones receive the highest quality care. Because at Morrill County Community Hospital, your health is their priority. Visit Morrill County Community Hospital today in Bridgeport. Morrill County Community Hospital. Exceptional care right here at home.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
Better sleep and better health can be found at Western Sleep Medicine in Gering. Since 2006, Western Sleep Medicine has offered the lowest cost sleep testing either in their independent sleep laboratory or the privacy of your own home. You have control over your health care and your out-of-pocket cost. All insurance is accepted for a much lower cost than the regional option. If you need a sleep study, ask for Western Sleep Medicine. They've helped thousands of people over the years and want to help you. Western Sleep Medicine. Better sleep, better health.
Are new windows from Renewal by Andersen a great investment? You're darn right they are. Did you know that for less than your cable bill or cell phone bill each month, you could have new windows from Renewal by Andersen right now? Do the math. Renewal by Andersen windows will likely cut your energy bills significantly. They will likely substantially increase the value of your home. They're a great investment. Please contact our team now and ask about our fantastic financing options with approved credit right now. Renewal by Andersen, a great investment? You're darn right.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
Are you tired of being tired? Sweet Dream Sleep in Gering is ready to help you wake up feeling refreshed. Dr. Brittany Meyer provides consultation for both children and adults to identify sleep disorders such as sleep apnea, insomnia, periodic limb movement, and more. Dr. Meyer and her nurse practitioner manage treatment with follow-ups using in-person office visits and telemedicine to navigate insurance requirements. No referral is necessary. Sweet Dream Sleep Services. Better sleep, better health.
Life is crazy. Pain is stressful. How can anybody concentrate with these busy schedules? Now you can. This is Ben Moravec coming to you from Hydrozym, a float therapy business right here in Scottsbluff. I'm here today to let you know we now have memberships for $49 monthly. You can guarantee yourself at least one float per month. You know how floating keeps your muscles relaxed, your joints relieved, and your brain clear to think? Now you can float at a reduced rate each month. Inquire today at hydrozymfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT. Hydrozym.
Trey Harmon back with you, just about set for the second half of action here at WNCC. Let's take a look at your first half numbers. First for the Kimball Longhorns, leading the way, 6 points for Daniel Cajero as it is spread out all over the place for the Longhorns. 5 for Lincoln Barron, 5 for Riker Barron, 4 apiece for Greg Bingham and Cayman Lushi, 3 for Braden Foose, 2 for Trevor Foose. Rounds out the scoring in the first half for Kimball, who lead it by 2, 31-29. And then for Mitchell, also spread out, but Wayman Banks carrying the load. 10 points, 5 for Xavier Galloway, 3 for Clayton Schultz and Clayton Thomas, and then 2 apiece for the trifecta of Creed Cheney, Uriel Jimenez, Michael Placencio. So let's look at your first half numbers. We flip sides of the floor and get you set for the second half. Now it'll be Mitchell working from left to right, right to left for the Kimball Longhorns here in the second half of action. On the floor for Mitchell, as they will have it, it's Thomas, Schultz, Galloway, Banks, and Cheney for Kimball. It's the starters as well. It's Lushi, Cajero, Miller, Barron and Barron. Clayton Schultz at the controls to begin the second half of action. Thomas now, right side, brings it back over the top, left side, Schultz, long, college three is what he thought about. Now it's Cheney, drives, fires, can't convert, rebounded by Riker Barron on the right side of the lane. Riker now pushes tempo, near side, into the corner, Cajero. Cajero, one dribble back to the top. Cajero, right side, Cayman Lushi. Cayman, Cajero. Cajero, lefty three on the way, left off the back of the cup and into the hands of Xavier Galloway. Clayton Schultz across midcourt. Takes a couple of steps back. 2 at the free throw line look. Wayman Banks has it just outside the arc. Now he spins and drives, working against Barron. Another spin. Dishes down to Thomas. Thomas from the left side knots us up at 31 apiece. Does Clayton Thomas. Now Cayman Lushi on the way, down the floor. Braxton Miller now. Miller, Cajero. Cajero takes a couple of dribbles, kicks out Lushi. Lushi right side, Miller. Miller hands off Barron. Now Lincoln from Riker. Now Miller working it all around the horn. Lushi now drives baseline, picks up his dribble, and is fouled by Wayman Banks. Played the big man perfectly. So Wayman Banks will pick up his first foul of the contest. First team foul of the second half on either side. So Cayman Lushi to the line. Junior, 61% on the year, 2 for 2 in the second quarter in his first visit. Lushi fires his first, spit out to the right side. Lushi now back for his second. Lushi fires with his right hand, knocks down the second of 2. So Galloway now flings down the floor to Cheney. Cheney, he surveys, now Galloway. Galloway takes one dribble, kicks out to the corner. Thomas, head fake, now drives. Back to Galloway. Galloway, his head fake. Now Galloway will drive, trying to split 2 defenders, throws it towards the iron. Banks has it, straight away. Thomas now, Thomas's three, knocks it down from straight away, and Mitchell has the lead, 34-32. Clayton Thomas knocks down the 3. Braxton Miller now at the controls. Now Riker Barron. Make that Lincoln. Cayman Lushi. Now Braxton Miller. Hand in his face, Galloway. Now it's going to go. And it's actually going to be a foul. See who that goes against. I missed it off to my left. That's going to be Wayman Banks once again picking up his second. Played a clean first half. Quickly grabs 2 in the second half. Lincoln Barron now at the controls. Lincoln feeds Braxton Miller. Daniel Cajero right side now Lushi. Lushi bounce pass. Batted away by Schultz. Scooped up by Cheney. Cheney trying to step through. His shot rejected by the back of the cup. And now Lushi rips down the rebound on a messy sequence. Lushi right side, Lincoln Barron. Lincoln down low to Riker. Riker brings it back outside the arc. Cajero now. Cajero had a look, now drives, kicks it back out. Lucci's three on the way, can't knock it down. One-handed powerful rebound by Wayman Banks under the hoop. Cheney now in transition. Now he throws it away. Everyone a little too excited, moving a little too quickly. Placencio into the contest, the wrong side. Christopher Klein. Kimball with a 2-point lead, 34-32. So Kimball back at the controls now. Miller pumps the brakes at the attack line, brings it back inside, feeds down low. Riker Barron looking for an outlet. Goes through Clayton Schultz, and that'll be a foul on Clayton Schultz. Didn't get his hands up in time. So Clayton picks up his first, and that sends Riker Barron to the line. Riker on the season, 61% at the line. His first visit this evening. Fires the first, it rattles out and off to the right. Riker Barron back at the line now. Missed the first, fires the second, rattles it through. 6 points for Riker Barron in the contest. Placencio now. 34-33 in a 1-point game in favor of Mitchell. And now a ball thrown away as back-to-back sloppy turnovers for Mitchell. Starting to put a dagger in any momentum they might have had. Got to fix it real fast. So now Lucci will trigger it in to Miller. Lincoln Barron swaps with Riker Barron as Coach Trevor Anderson tells them to swap spots. Get your brother in there is what he says, and his brother goes up and has it blocked away by Galloway, and it's scooped up by Placencio. Placencio now left side, kick out Thomas. Thomas is three on the way. The hot hand stays hot. Clayton Thomas, third three of the contest for the junior. Mitchell extends their lead to 4. Braxton Miller, Lincoln Barron. In the corner, feeds Riker against Christopher Klein. Up and under, Riker Barron, kick out, Braxton Miller, his three on the way, knocks it down, does Braxton Miller. First points of the contest for Braxton. Makes it a 1-point game once again. Trevor Foose and Greg Bingham waiting to check in. Overshot target once again on a powerful pass, and Mitchell gets it back after a deflection. Thomas in the corner, feeds Schultz back to the top, it goes to Placencio. Right side, Klein. He's setting up on the right side of the lane. Placencio loses his footing, and it's a turnover as he throws it into Cajero's hands. Lucci drives right. Lucci kicks back, Cajero. Cajero still working. Back to the top of Lucci. Lucci kicks out. Lincoln Barron, Riker Barron. Riker, turn around, now drives middle of the lane, and a foul gonna go against Clayton Thomas. His first. 37-36 remains your score. Inside of 4 minutes to play in the third in a fast-moving affair. Lincoln Barron triggers it in, but it's poked away. Who does it stay with? Goes to Kimball. So now Lincoln Barron will trigger it in on the far side. Lincoln gets it to Braxton Miller. Braxton to the top, Trevor Foose. Trevor drives down the left side. Trying to dig in against Placencio. Can't get it to fall. Ripped out of the sky by Riker Barron. Ball loose on the floor. Riker comes back up with it. Riker attacks. Ball batted around. Foose back down with it. Foose looking for an outlet. Gets it to Braxton Miller, who rattles it off the front of the iron. Lincoln Barron now fires one. It rattles through. Messy but successful for the Kimball Longhorns on that possession. 38-37, they're back in front. Klein gets it to Placencio. Placencio drives, middle of the lane, up and under, through. Back in front and back and forth we go. Placencio puts Mitchell back in front by a single. Trevor Foose near side against Placencio. Riker Barron, his three on the way. Riker buries one. Riker Barron, his second three of the contest. Now Thomas on the opposite end, can't convert from point blank range. Chance for Kimball to get out in front by more than a score. And now a timeout, the head coach, Christopher Klein. And that timeout will be, or excuse me, is this a timeout or? Not a timeout. So it's a bench warning issued to Mitchell. So Kimball gets it to trigger it in on the far side. Braxton Miller, and now a foul down low going against. See who that is. That's going to be going against Riker Barron down low on the offensive foul. So Clayton Schultz now gets it to Placencio. Now Schultz back in his hands. Galloway elevates. Back to Schultz. Schultz pull up three on the way from the right wing. Can't knock it down. Banks rips down a rebound. Gets it to Placencio. Placencio puts it through. Knotted back up. 41 each. Miller. Riker Barron. Trevor Foose. Foose dribbles, drives, kicks back. Miller. Miller three on the way. Swirls out. Ripped out by Banks. Schultz now near side. Clayton working quickly. Brings it back to his right, drives, fires, can't convert, gets his own rebound. His putback will fall from the right side. Clayton Schultz breaks the tie, 43-41. Mitchell back in front. Riker Barron now. Kimball trying to answer back. The shot scoreboard has not changed, as the score should be 43-41. 43-41 should be your score. And a stoppage of play because the scoreboard score is wrong. Now the scoreboard here at WNCC does have a tendency to freeze up. See if that's the issue here. It needs a hard reset. So 43-41 is the score I have. And now they will say that we'll head to our benches because the scoreboard needs reset. So Baird AD Zach Nesbitt heads over to the score table because the scoreboard has frozen up. It does this every once in a while. So reset on the scoreboard. See if that does the trick. So the scoreboard frozen up here at Cougar Palace. Score now right, 43-41 in favor of Mitchell. And that is the correct score, according to my count. So both teams now will break huddle and come back to the floor. Make sure everything on the clock works. Changing all kinds of numbers. Disregard the scoreboard on your screens right now. Now you can pay attention to it again. 43-41 correct. And we're about to play some basketball again. Riker Barron will trigger in on the near side. Braxton Miller awaits. And now they're going to say, got to get this clock right, looks like. Now a discussion. Snub Kimball begins their offensive pursuit. And now checking into the contest, Norman Coley for Xavier Galloway. Riker Barron now surveys, gets it to Braxton Miller. Braxton drives over the top of a screen, trying to feed Bingham on the pick and roll, can't connect, and is taken away by Mitchell. Mitchell with a chance to extend. Placencio drives and a travel on Michael Placencio as they turn it over on a golden opportunity. 1:26 remaining in the third. Barron to trigger again on the near side. Braxton Miller drives right. Braxton flips back to Riker Barron. Riker brings it to the free throw line and pulls it out. Right side, Trevor Foose. Foose. Left side, Lincoln Barron, wide open three. Can't knock it down. Ball batted around, rebound on a hop. Goes off of the foot of Wayman Banks. So it stays with Kimball. Cayman Lucy back into the contest for the Longhorns. Takes Braxton Miller's place. So Cajero back in as well for Riker Barron. Box look for Kimball on the inbound. See what they do with it. Lincoln Barron gets it to Cajero. Cajero to Foose, batted away by Jimenez, stays with Kimball. Lincoln Barron surveys, gets it to Lucy in the backcourt. Lucy drives right side, Banks runs into him. Bingham pulls down the rebound. Put back for Bingham, still fighting for it, and now a foul going to be called on Wayman Banks. Could see it from here that he made contact with that right arm of Greg Bingham. Inside of a minute to play, and now a chance for Greg Bingham to tie this game. Greg on the season, 40% from the line. Fires his first out of his left hand, and he can't convert. Christopher Klein into the contest. Norman Coley exits for Christopher Klein. So now it'll be Wayman on a miscommunication. So Coley and Klein down low for the Tigers. Second on the way out of Bingham's left hand, misses. Klein corrals the rebound. And now a jump ball going to stay with Kimball. Lincoln Barron to Cajero. Cajero, Bingham. Bingham drives left against Coley. Kick out, light Lincoln Barron. Lincoln drives, baseline floater through the cylinder. Knotted back up, 43 all. Placencia flings across the court to Schultz. Schultz down to the corner, Jimenez. Jimenez takes one dribble, kicks back to Schultz. Schultz pulls it back. 7-second difference between shot and game clock. Coley. Coley drives left side. Coley's floater can't fall. Bingham rips down the rebound. Shot clock off. Now Lucy has to sprint up the floor. Lucy cross midcourt. Lucy kicks left to Lincoln Barron. Lincoln kicks out Cajero. Cajero head fake. Kick to the top. Lincoln Barron, 3 seconds on the clock. His floater, middle of the lane, won't fall. Batted around, ripped down, and no damage done at the end of the third, but we head to the fourth. Knotted up 43-43 in this semifinal on KNB TV.
Changing leaf colors means yard work. Your friends at Tri-City Stormwater wants to remind you of the proper way to dispose of fallen leaves. Leaves make great mulch for trees and bushes and compost for future gardens. The city also has yard waste bins, so they can dispose of all your leaves at the city compost facility. Always keep your leaves out of the gutters. Not only do they cause clogging and flooding, they can pollute our waterways by causing nutrient overload. So keep your yard looking good and your drinking water safe, because it's our water, our responsibility.
.43 entering the fourth. Happy to have you along for our first game of the day where it has been competitive start to finish. And we're not even to the finish yet. Mitchell has it out of the quarter break. It's Jimenez, Placencio, Billingsley, Coley, and Klein offensively. And it's Miller, Bingham, Barron, Lucy, and Cajero defensively for Kimball. Coley, kick out. Placencio now dribbles, loses it for a second, scoops it up. Flings it across the floor to Billingsley. James Billingsley, head fake. Now he drives from the left side off the side of the iron. It won't fall. Cayman Lucy at the controls now for Kimball. Pull up, step up, three on the way. Lucy knocks it down. You can't make it that easy for Cayman Lucy. Knocks it down. Kimball back in front by 3. Billingsley directs traffic. Gets it to Placencio. Jimenez thought about stepping into a 3. Now this ball intercepted by Braxton Miller. Miller into the front court. Drive, step through, move. Miller converts at the iron. Braxton Miller, 5 points in the contest. 5-point advantage for the Longhorns. Knotted up coming into this frame. Right side, Billingsley feeds Coley. Coley flunks it over the top of Miller. Gets it to drop for his first points. Norman Coley makes it a 3-point game. Braxton Miller now. Starters waiting to check back in for Mitchell. Braxton Miller feeds Riker Barron. Riker up and under move. Can't get it to fall. Miller with a rebound. He won't put it back up. Now he will. Turns around, left it short. Placencio rips down a rebound. Placencio pumps the brakes, gets the offense set. Jimenez in the corner. Low pass made it so he couldn't catch and release it. Now Billingsley fakes right, goes left. Now kicks back, Placencio to Jimenez. Jimenez, catch and release three. Can't knock it down. Rebounded by Coley at the left elbow. Now Billingsley steps into a three. Knocks it down to James Billingsley to knot us back up. 48 apiece. 6 to play in the fourth. Now a three for Cajero. Can't answer back. Ball rebounded by Coley. Mitchell back to offense. Billingsley pulls it back. Now sprints to the near side. Flings it down the floor with that quarterback arm. Jimenez feeds Coley. Coley, middle of the way, left hand. Gets it to go to take the lead. 50-48. All 4 of Coley's points coming here in the fourth. Braxton Miller, right side, Cajero. Riker Barron, turnaround three. Knocks it down to the iron and swirls into the hands of Coley. Frustrating miss. Even I thought it was in. Swirls the cylinder and pops out. Placencio down low. Coley wide open, up and easy. Norman Coley come alive in the fourth. 52-48. 5 to play in the fourth and a timeout. And the Mitchell bench is fired up. Timeout Kimball. We step aside with him. It's a full timeout.
Tired of feeling stuck? Not sure if you are on the right track? Platte Valley Bank can help keep your finances moving forward with checking account options to fit your lifestyle and an online account chooser to make finding the right account easy. Control your financial future with helpful budgeting tools and automatic savings plans. Now is the time to enjoy the ride with Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
You deserve to have a building that will last for generations. With more than 110 years of experience and thousands of satisfied customers, Morton Buildings is the industry leader you can trust. If you're planning for a garage, farm shop, horse barn, storage building for your RV, boat, or collectibles, there's no better time to buy. Contact your local Morton sales office or visit mortonbuildings.com to get started today.
It's been an exciting one. Hope it only continues to get better. 52-48. Kimball and Mitchell battling. Out of the Kimball timeout, it's their ball. Riker Barron, Lincoln Barron, Trevor Foose, Cayman Lucy, and Braxton Miller. Galloway, Schultz, Coley, Thomas, and Cheney for Mitchell. Left side, Trevor Foose. Foose delivers to Barron. Barron surveys, bounce pass. Lincoln Barron, three on the way. Braxton Miller can't knock it down. Rebounded by Lincoln Barron, and a foul offensively as he pushed off the back of a defender. So a foul on Lincoln Barron, his second. So that's the first foul of the fourth quarter. Cheney gets it back to Schultz as he'll bring it up the floor. 52-48 your score. Mitchell on offense with that 4-point lead. Schultz, Coley, touch and go to Galloway, swirls and falls. 6-point advantage, Mitchell. Miller drives right, handoff Lucy, Foose. Flips back to Lucy now drives, free throw line kick out to Miller. Miller three on the way off the inside of the iron, gets his own rebound, does Miller. Braxton's putback is straight through. And a timeout by Kimball as Braxton Miller makes it a 4-point game. Just a 30-second timeout entering this quarter. 43-43 was your score. So it's a 4-point advantage for Mitchell right now. Kimball trying to shore things up right now as it has not been clean so far in this one. So another timeout for Kimball. They have 2 remaining. And they're back on the floor. Same rotation of Barron, Miller, Foose, and Lucy. Mitchell back out there with Banks, Galloway, Thomas, Cheney, and Schultz. So Clayton Schultz on the baseline, back at the controls. Full court pressure on the way for Kimball. Schultz flings it to Banks. Banks looking, surveying, back to Schultz it goes to bring it up the floor. Schultz, Galloway. Back to Banks. Wayman surveys, looking, gets it to Schultz on a low pass. Schultz feeds Galloway on a pick and roll, now across the lane. It's batted away by Kimball, stays with Mitchell underneath. So underneath their own hoop, Mitchell has it, hoop to their left. Schultz to trigger it in. Schultz surveys, gets it to Thomas. Thomas drives inside, kick out to Galloway on a sloppy pass, keeps it alive. Now Galloway will drive. Galloway wide open look. Can't convert, but he'll come to the line for two. See who that foul belongs to. I think he held up a 20. Nope, that's a 10 for Trevor Foose, his second. So Galloway back to the charity stripe. 3 appearances to this point, 1 for 3. Xavier's first, straight through. Second on the way for Galloway, and he can't knock it down. Lane violation as Galloway crossed the line too early. So the free throw doesn't go. And Cayman Lucci will trigger it in for Kimball, trailing by 5. Inside of 4 minutes to play in this fourth quarter, number 1 seed Kimball versus number 5 seed Mitchell. Miller dishes low. Lincoln Barron swatted away. Schultz just enough to keep that shot from going in. And now Schultz at the controls after the Cheney rebound. Schultz feeds Galloway. Thomas drives inside. Down low, Banks from the left side with the right hand. The big man up to 12, his first point since the second quarter. 7-point advantage, Mitchell. Left side, Riker Barron's 3. Knocks it down from the corner. Gets Kimball back to within 4. Schultz across the timeline, sauntering. Between the legs he goes, waits for the offense to get set. Left side, Thomas screen, Galloway pick and roll. Galloway wide open. Cutting him off is Miller. Miller now looking, now he kicks it out to Thomas, who is cutting, and a foul under the basket. 2 shots on the way for Clayton Thomas. Daniel Cajero will check into the contest for Mitchell after the first free throw, as that foul belongs to Braxton Miller, his third. So Clayton Thomas to the line, 4-point lead. Clayton's first visit to the line, 56% free throw shooter. Misses off the back of the cup. Cajero into the contest for Trevor Foose. Thomas's second on the way. It falls off, batted out of play, will go to the Kimball side of the floor after the 2 misses by Clayton Thomas. Right side, Riker Barron. Barron gets past his defender, loses it, was not touched by Mitchell. It goes to the Mitchell side of the floor. Barron just lost it off his leg. Norman Coley in for Wayman Banks. Now Clayton Schultz to trigger it in after the turnover. Now Thomas gets away from Cajero. Crossover move. Thomas across midcourt. Working against Cajero. Thomas left to Coley. Coley now drives wide open down the middle. Coley can't convert at the iron. Schultz pulls down the rebound out of the hands of Miller, and a foul underneath. Cayman Lucci picks it up, his first. So Clayton Schultz to the line for the first time this evening. Clayton fires his first out of the right hand. Off to the left it goes. Michael Placencio for Creed Cheney into the contest.
Back into the game for the Tigers, Michael Placencio.
Schultz back at the line. His second straight through. 58-53, 2:25 remaining in the contest. By no means an unsurmountable margin for Kimball. They can get it in a blink. Left side, Miller. That ball turned over. They can't do it if they do that. Coley feeds back to Schultz. Mitchell back to offense. You'd like a couple more buckets if you're Mitchell. I feel like you're starting to put it away. Cutting, cut off. Cajero scoops it up. Turnover, Mitchell. Kimball keeps getting the chances they need. Riker Barron, three on the way from the corner, rolls over the iron, and it's a foul on the floor going against Mitchell. I believe it's Clayton Thomas. Based on the reaction, that is the case, his second. It stays with Kimball under their hoop. And a timeout by Kimball head coach Trevor Anderson. It's a full timeout. We step aside with him. Mitchell leading Kimball by 5.
Services to other companies. Allo's next-gen firewalls have allowed us to tie 6 physical locations together along with numerous remote employees to produce and collaborate and generate content for our local radio group. It is very important for Nebraska Rural Radio Association to have the best in internet and phone service. We rely upon that every single day. Allo provided me with a solution that fit our needs. They have a quality product, great technical support, and a local presence in their community.
I imagined retirement in a place where we could enjoy our gold.
Back with you at Cougar Palace, 58-53. The number 5 seed Mitchell leading number 1 Kimball here at Cougar Palace. Out of the Kimball timeout, it's Lucy, Miller, Barron, Cajero, and Barron for Mitchell. Placencio, Coley, Schultz, Thomas, and Galloway. They'll go 4 across on the inbounds look for Kimball. Lincoln Barron will trigger in. Lincoln looking for Riker Barron, gets it to him. Riker straight away, takes a couple of dribbles, drives against Thomas. Looking for a cutter, back to the top, Cajero. Now Miller, Braxton Miller drives from the left side. Miller step through move, fires, gets it through. Braxton Miller, 6 points in the 4th quarter. 3-point advantage for Mitchell. And they need a bucket to stretch that lead and feel comfortable. Placencio drives, kicks back, Schultz almost got loose. Schultz, Galloway. Galloway drives, pulls it back. Galloway needs to find an outlet, and a timeout by head coach Chris Klein on the Mitchell side of the floor. It'll be a full timeout. We're back after this on KNEB TV.
This isn't just a beautiful hospital. It's the home to exceptional patient care. This is where specialty clinics meet your needs. This is where a friendly smile, a warm hand, and an empathetic ear exist to care for you. This is us. Box Butte General Hospital. Great things are happening here.
Back with you out of the Mitchell timeout. They have 3 remaining. 58-55, the Tiger lead. 5 seed trying to upset the 1 seed Kimball. Placencio. Placencio rolls. Placencio underneath. He's fouled and he'll come to the line. So that foul belongs to Kimball. And that sends Mitchell into the bonus the rest of the way. That foul belongs to Kamen Lushi, by the way, his second. Placencio toes the line, 67% free throw shooter on the year. His first on the way, knocks it down. Cheney back in for Billingsley. 59-55 your score. Placencio's second on the way, drains the pair. little breathing room for Kimball. Now Kimball's got to work a little quicker. Braxton Miller, right side, dribbles, drives to the corner. Now he'll drive baseline. Miller underneath the hoop, trying to get through. He will off the glass and through. 3-point game again. Braxton Miller, 8 points here in the fourth quarter. Schultz drives up and under, lays it in. Clayton Schultz all the way. 5-point game. Miller once again has it, kicks it back, intercepted, batted away by Schultz, plucked by Galloway. Galloway in the open court with 40 seconds remaining. He throws to the corner to Thomas, and he'll come to the line for bonus free throws. 5-point advantage. So Kamen Lushi picks up his third. So Galloway to the line. Xavier, make it 2 for 5 in the contest. Fires the first. Falls through. Has to keep his balance, make sure he doesn't fall over the line on that one. 6-point game with 38 seconds left. Galloway second on the way, can't convert, rebounded by Cajero. Near side, Riker Barron, 6-point game, batted away, kept alive by Miller. His three on the way, left it off the mark, and that ball is going to go out of play. Last touched by Mitchell. Stays with Kimball, 32 seconds remaining, 6-point game. Lincoln Barron to trigger it in on a box look. Lincoln surveys, looking, gets it over the top to Lushi. Lushi dribbles to his right to the free throw line. Kick out, Lincoln Barron's three on the way. Knocks it down, 3-point game. Quick timeout by Kimball. Head coach Trevor Anderson. We keep it right here. Check that, it's a full timeout. We'll step aside with 25 seconds remaining.
Looking for free instead of fees? Platte Valley Bank can help you keep your finances moving forward with no ATM fees. Whether you're headed to the lake, the mountains, or just to the grocery store, you can enjoy the freedom of free ATM access anywhere, anytime. Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
That's why you don't play games on paper. Number 1 and number 5 battling down to the wire, 63-60. Mitchell leading the 1 seed Kimball. Timeout called by head coach Trevor Anderson of Kimball. They trail by 3, 25 seconds remaining in the contest. On the floor for Mitchell, Thomas, Cheney, Galloway, Placencio, Schultz. Thomas will trigger it in for Mitchell as they got to break this Kimball press first. 25 seconds remaining. Thomas to trigger it in from the baseline. 4 across the free throw line for Mitchell. Thomas slaps the side of the pebbled leather. Surveys looking for an inlet, nothing developing. Bounce pass, gets away. Braxton Miller has it. Lincoln Barron drives, flings one up, won't go. Batted around, rebound goes out of play. Last touched. That's going to stay with Kimball with 18 seconds remaining. Lincoln Barron will trigger in once again. The pressure in the backcourt works to perfection. Braxton Miller gets away from Galloway. His three on the way, can't knock it down. Rebounded and quickly grabbed is Thomas. So Clayton Thomas to the other end of the floor for free throws. That foul belongs to Kamen Lushi, his 4th as we head to the opposite end of the floor. 63-60. Thomas at the line. Clayton Thomas in the contest, 0-4 at the line, 0 for 2. His first, off the back of the cup and off to the right. Just needs one for Kimball, or for Mitchell, to feel a little more comfortable. Second on the way for Thomas. Can't knock it down. Kimball gets the rebound with Cajero. 10 seconds left. Cajero up the floor, Riker Barron. Riker head fake, picks up his dribble, gets it to Lincoln. Lincoln Barron, step back three on the way for Lincoln, knocks it down! We're tied at 63 apiece. We're going to overtime at Cougar Palace. Lincoln Barron buries one to play hero for the Longhorns. Number one still alive as we head to overtime. 63-63 on KNEB TV.
Welcome to Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. Whether you're a wine enthusiast, a whiskey sommelier, a tequila connoisseur, or you just love your beer, Kelly's has the best selection of what you're looking for. Family owned and operated since 1946 and right on 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Come see us today at Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. And remember to be a good neighbor. Don't drink and drive. Kelly's Liquor, West 27th Street in Scottsbluff.
Lincoln Barron at the buzzer. 63-60. Your score currently here at Cougar Palace as we enter the overtime period. For those unaware, just a 4-minute overtime period in Nebraska high school basketball. It's the most back and forth game we've had all day. Overtime period begins now with another face-off. It's Braxton Miller, Xavier Galloway in the circles. Bonus carries over into the overtime period. Galloway controls, battered away. Lucci now has it, still loose. Placencio flips it to Galloway after the jump ball was a mess. Galloway to Placencio. Crowd into it. Placencio, left side, Thomas. Thomas drives. Galloway now has it. Placencio, right wing. Fakes a pass inside. Needs to find an outlet, gets it to Thomas. Thomas inside, kick out Schultz. Clayton Schultz's three, knocks it down from the left wing. Clayton Schultz. 66-63, three-point advantage back to Mitchell. Three on the way for the hero, Lincoln Barron, off the mark too long. And that ball is last touched by Lincoln Barron as we now have a check-in substitution. Trevor Foose for Daniel Cajero. 43 seconds into the overtime period. Schultz, Placencio. Placencio against Lucci. Lucci playing with 4 fouls. Placencio, crossover. Tried to flip it back to Thomas. Now bounce pass to Thomas. Gets away, a turnover for Mitchell. Braxton Miller now brings it up the floor for Kimball. Left side, Lincoln Barron. Riker Barron inside, kicks back to Foose. Foose now drives. Foose kick into the corner, Lincoln Barron. Lincoln to Riker. Riker surveys, Riker drives. Riker flips to Miller. Miller can't convert. Lucci's putback won't go. Braxton rips it down again. Now Lincoln Barron. Lincoln drives around Banks. Gets it. Now poked away. Schultz has it in the backcourt. 2 defenders around him. Schultz loses it. Last touched by Kimball. Stays with Mitchell right in front of their student section. And now a discussion over who this ball went off of. They're going to send it to the Kimball side of the floor. So after a discussion, it's 66-63. Braxton Miller up the floor for Kimball after Clayton Schultz has it poked away, but it went off of his leg. Riker Barron, left side, Kamen Lucci. Lucci, right side, Braxton Miller. Braxton feeds down low, Riker Barron up and over, gets it through, 1-point game. So Riker Barron adds to his total. Clayton Thomas to Banks. Banks rips it down with one paw. Banks between the legs, gets it to Schultz. Schultz, right wing, 2 minutes remaining. Brings it back to straightaway. 2 minutes to play, 66-65 in the overtime period. Xavier Galloway wide open, look at three. Galloway can't connect. Rebounded by Trevor Foose. Chance for Kimball to take the lead. No look, Miller. Now Lincoln Barron. Banks collapses on him, and a foul on Wayman Banks before the shot went through. 4th foul for Wayman Banks. So Lincoln Barron will trigger it in now as the foul came before the shot. Lincoln Barron. Braxton Miller, look at three on the way. Miller can't connect. And now batted around. Lucci with the rebound for Kimball. Foose, Lincoln Barron. Barron drives baseline. Barron step through, is fouled. And he'll come to the line for two. Michael Placencio with the foul, his second. So Lincoln Barron to the charity stripe, first time today. Knocks down the first. 72% free throw shooter on the year. Greg Bingham into the contest for Trevor Foose. Knotted up 66 apiece now. Chance to take a lead on this next free throw for Lincoln Barron. Lincoln Barron second on the way. Knocks it down to give Kimball the lead. Mitchell back to offense, now trailing for the first time in this overtime period. Thomas, bounce pass Schultz. Schultz dribbling, brings it straight away. Riker Barron in his face. Right side Thomas. Another bounce pass Galloway. Left side Banks almost lost it, hands off Schultz. Schultz three on the way. Clayton Schultz knocks it down. 69-67, Clayton Schultz from well beyond the arc. Now Braxton Miller's turn on offense for Kimball. Braxton, right side, Lincoln. Barron, down low, Greg Bingham. Greg gets around Banks, goes up with the left hand, trickles it through, ties us up at 69 apiece with 45 remaining. Now, Galloway had a wide open look, takes it, goes to the iron, gets his own rebound, can't get it to fall. Banks, ball batted around, Bingham has it, poked out of his hands, and they're gonna say a foul on Galloway. So 30 seconds remaining. So now Cayman Lucci will trigger it in. Norman Coley will check into the contest at next break. Braxton Miller down the floor for Kimball. Knotted up, 69 apiece. Braxton Miller near side, shot clock off. Kimball playing for the last chance. Riker Barron. Riker picked up his dribble, flips it back to Braxton Miller. And now a timeout by head coach Trevor Anderson with 9 seconds remaining. We will keep it right here. It'll be hard for the next game tonight to match this one and what it's been up to this point. 69-69 your score, 9 seconds remaining in this overtime period. Running 35 minutes behind schedule, but it seems like most of the crowd doesn't mind too much. Can't say I do here in game number 5 of the day. Bridgeport Hemmingford to follow at the conclusion of this thriller. Loser of this game plays at 3:30 tomorrow for third place right here at Cougar Palace. By my calculation, last time out for Kimball. 69-69. Currently your score. Kimball will have what looks like the last chance of this first overtime period if we have to head to a second. Lincoln Barron, Braxton Miller, Cayman Lucci, Greg Bingham, and Riker Barron. And for Mitchell, it's Schultz, Thomas, Coley, Galloway, and Cheney. Near side, Lincoln Barron to trigger it in. Gets it to Riker Barron. Riker drives. Riker looking for an outlet, finds Bingham. Greg Bingham, right block, puts it up and through with 2.5 seconds remaining. Now Schultz with a chance, flings it at the buzzer, no shot. Greg Bingham wins it at the buzzer for Kimball, 71-69 to advance the Longhorns to tomorrow's championship game. It's a Bingham bunny to send them to the championship game. Kimball wins it, and the 1 seed survives in overtime, 71-69 over Mitchell. They take on the winner of Bridgeport Hemmingford tomorrow. We'll step aside, tally up the numbers, get you them after this.
Serve the very best. At Morrill County Community Hospital, they provide top-notch care with compassion and expertise. From routine checkups to advanced surgeries, their dedicated team is here for you 24/7. With state-of-the-art technology and a patient-first approach, they ensure you and your loved ones receive the highest quality care. Because at Morrill County Community Hospital, your health is their priority. Visit Morrill County Community Hospital today in Bridgeport. Morrill County Community Hospital. Exceptional care right here at home.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
Better sleep and better health can be found at Western Sleep Medicine in Gering. Since 2006, Western Sleep Medicine has offered the lowest cost sleep testing, either in their independent sleep laboratory or the privacy of your own home. You have control over your health care and your out-of-pocket cost. All insurance is accepted for a much lower cost than the regional option. If you need a sleep study, ask for Western Sleep Medicine. They've helped thousands of people over the years and want to help you. Western Sleep Medicine. Better sleep, better health.
Train Harmon back with you, wrapping up this one. Kimball wins it 61-69 over Mitchell, or 71-69 over Mitchell in the overtime period, and our first boys semifinal of the day. Leading the way for the Longhorns, 17 points for Lincoln Barron, and then it was 11 for Braxton Miller, 9 for Riker Barron, 8 apiece for Greg Bingham, Keeman Lushi, and then 6 for Daniel Cajero, 3 for Braden Foose, and 2 for Trevor Foose. Greg Bingham plays hero alongside Lincoln Barron to get them to that overtime period. Bingham wins it at the buzzer. Meanwhile, for Mitchell, 14 points for Clayton Schultz, 12 for Raymond Banks, 11 for Clayton Thomas, 9 for Xavier Galloway, 8 for Michael Placencio, 5, make that 6 for Norman Coley, 5 for James Billingsley, and 2 apiece for Uriel Jimenez and Creed Cheney. We now turn our attention to the last game of the day, the second semifinal. Bridgeport, Hemmingford coming your way next. We step aside. We're back in a bit.